We usually just soft roll it where we're
You
talking.
just start it up?
Yeah. It's not a formal start, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the show, brother.
That was pretty formal.
Of
Thanks for having me, dude. I'm
course.
stoked to be here.
Oh yeah. We had a pretty solid day so far, creating that little vlog video we're gonna release to the world, documenting your day.
Yeah, I just put you on my morning routine.
Yeah. It's a good routine, bro.
I gotta get that in, otherwise I feel like I go crazy.
Yeah.
If sometimes it's a bit of a crutch too. If I'm like in a rush, if I have a flight or something, I'm like, all right, I have to fit this entire run ocean lift in a compressed period. But
Yeah.
I just know if I do that, the rest of the day is like so much better.
Yeah. Especially in the morning, bro. It's so good.
Yeah,
Is that the standard every day?
pretty much. I gotta do something. I've just learned that I'm a lot happier if I just get up first thing and start moving. Like I could sit down and try to get work done and try to journal and try to meditate, but nothing gets me in a good vibe like just running in the sunshine or jumping in the ocean.
Yeah. As they say, movement is medicine.
Literally.
Starting the day with that.
Exactly, dude.
Was that always the routine, or has that been a new kind of development here for Sammy?
I'd say the last couple of years, but I've really gotten to the point where recently it's like within the first 5 minutes of waking up, I'm like, why am I limiting my brain power by not waking myself up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's so good. Fuck, after this morning, I might start doing that, bro.
You feel good, right?
Yeah, I feel amazing.
It's a perfect combo.
The walk is usually the standard for me, but a nice little run, even some more movement, sunshine.
Yeah. You just do like a quick little walk now?
Yeah, quick little walk, electrolytes, come back, coffee, and then usually hit the gym.
That sounds more efficient though than mine. Like I was saying, sometimes I end up it takes 3 hours to do my whole routine. It's like I haven't even done any work yet.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's worth it to get in that good vibe.
Yeah, for sure, man. I want to go back to the beginning. I feel like about your journey. You grew up in Cali.
Yeah.
You recently moved here. When did you start making music? What was that like?
In 2020, I think is when I officially started making songs. I think I picked up the guitar when I was in like 4th grade, but I wasn't super into it because the songs I was learning was always like the Beatles and Led Zeppelin, and they were cool, but it wasn't what I wanted to listen to. And then I realized if I wanted to learn the pop songs that I liked, all the chords sounded the same, so it wasn't like, oh, okay, I'm playing this One Direction song, but no one can tell that that's what you're playing. Yeah. And so I liked singing a little bit, but I would only do it when nobody was home because I was super shy and embarrassed about it.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic came, and everyone was home 24/7. And so I had the idea to maybe go out in the back of my car. I would sit in the back of my 2006 Honda Odyssey minivan.
Legendary.
Incredible. A lot of room back there. A lot of room for activities back there. And so I'd sit back there, and I remember I'd go out there at like 10 p.m. And then just with me and the guitar, and then I'd be singing till 5 in the morning.
Wow.
Just doing nothing but singing. And I think this is like June 2020, when I had that realization that I've never been so locked in and enjoyed something so much where the time just escapes.
Wow, you're in that flow state.
Totally in the flow state. And at that point, I don't even think I was making music. I think I was just singing, just singing other people's songs. But that's kind of sort of my love for singing.
Yeah.
And then, but I didn't know if I was any good. And then at one point, I was in the shower.
How old were you?
I'm 18 at this point.
You're 18. Okay.
So just because my high school, I was a senior in high school.
Yeah.
Got switched to online, and they did this thing where they said whatever your grades are when the pandemic started, they can't go down.
Whoa.
And so luckily it was the start of the semester, so everyone had 100%. So I just didn't do any work for the rest of the year. Still graduated, all good, but I had all this extra time to sit in the car and sing. But I didn't know if I was any good. Didn't have much confidence in myself. And then one time
So at that point you never really sung for anyone.
Nobody had heard me.
Wow.
Except one time I thought nobody heard me.
Yeah.
I was in the shower, and everyone sings in the shower, but I would only sing in the shower if I knew nobody was home. Like I was absolutely sure. And I thought nobody was home. Little did I know my brother was there. He'd gone home, and I walked out of the shower and I was like so embarrassed. I was like, you heard me. Dude, at this point, I was embarrassed for people to hear what music I was listening to. That's how like self-conscious I was. Like I didn't even want my family to know like what songs I liked hearing, which is mind-blowing to like see where we're at now. But
wow.
My brother, I get out of the shower and he's like, dude, that was so annoying. That was awful. Please don't do that when I'm home. But you hit one note, I think. And if you practice, you might be able to get a little better.
Wow, dude, that's a crazy backstory. And at
Yeah.
that point, were you like, you weren't even like, I want to be a musician yet?
Nah.
What were you thinking about, like career? Like,
I think I was always creative. I like doing video stuff.
yeah.
I would make little like when I was really young, I'd make little edits with my family, and then I'd make surf edits because all
Mm,
my friends were surfers. But then I kind of lost that. I wasn't doing it too much, but I've always loved making things. So I
mm.
probably wanted to do something in the creative
Creative
realm.
space, yeah.
When I started school, when I started online college, it was I was a communications major, but
Okay.
I just heard there were like a lot of cute girls in
Yeah.
communications.
You're a good communicator too.
Thank you. See, so it's good.
You're like the mayor of Upper Miami there.
I'm trying. It's that one semester of communications.
Yeah,
They taught me a lot.
that's what did it. Wow, man, that's really cool. I didn't know that part of the story. So you start singing by yourself in the car.
Mhm.
You go to school, you're a communications major.
Yeah.
And then when did that shift happen where you actually became a musician and started making songs?
Yeah, so that summer I was having a lot of fun with music. I think I started posting on TikTok. Initially, I posted on there because I genuinely just wanted to know if like I was good, but I was too scared to ask people in person, and I wasn't gonna like be like, "Mom, like, how's this sound?"
Yeah.
Because she's my mom. I'm like, I can't trust her
Yeah.
opinion. My brother seemed pretty honest with me. Like he was pretty honest about, yeah, you don't really sound that good, but like you kind of sound. So he was the only person that ever heard me sing in person.
Yeah.
But I figured, okay, post on TikTok, get some confidence. And luckily, people were nice, which in hindsight, people that could have gone terribly wrong. Like
Yeah.
posting yourself doing that at a very vulnerable moment for the whole internet.
Yeah.
If I got the
It's a
wrong,
ballsy move.
dude, yeah, if I got the wrong impression there, if people started being negative, I don't know if I would have had the confidence because that's a vulnerable point where you're just getting started.
Oh yeah,
You know?
dude. Especially putting yourself out there to the world. And if
Yeah,
it's not received, you're like, fuck, do I even
I
want
guess
to do
I
this?
suck. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But luckily, people were really nice, and so started kind of getting some TikTok followers. Maybe by, I don't know, November, December of that year, 2020, I had 10,000 followers on TikTok, which was enough for me to be like, "Mom, Dad, can I take the next quarter and just defer? You know, I can always go
Mhm.
back. Can I take the next quarter and just work on music 100%?"
Mm.
And luckily, they were super supportive. I think my mom had kind of seen what was going on TikTok. She'd read the comments, people hyping me up, and she's like, and they were also thinking, school's online right now. It's a pandemic. We don't really need to be paying for school when you're sitting at home on your laptop.
Yeah.
You can always go back and yeah, I feel really grateful that they gave me the green light
To send it.
to send in. So I sent it. I
Yeah.
remember calling my school. I still remember. I knew in my heart that I was like, hey, I'm gonna defer. And I hung up, and I'm like, I know I'm not going back to this place. And yeah, then I just kept posting really consistently on TikTok. I had a song kind of blow up a little bit called FaceTime. I'm like, okay,
Mm.
this is gonna be the first song I release.
Mm.
Release that,
Oh, so you
and
hadn't
then
even released any
hadn't
songs yet?
released any music yet.
Wow. So
Yeah,
on TikTok, it was like shorter clips of.
clips of songs.
Gotcha, gotcha. And
But
this stuff you
people,
were writing, or was it?
yeah, I would just sit down. I had kind of a rule. I would just try to write like a snippet a day.
Yeah.
So I'd write like a verse or a chorus every day and just show up and
Yeah.
just post something. And then some videos would do better than others. This one blew up a little bit more. And so I was like, okay, this is gonna be my first single.
Hmm.
I released that. It did very well for a first single ever. Gave me a lot of confidence. Had another song, and then the third song I dropped was called Summer and Cigarettes. That blew up on TikTok a ton. And then I got to the point where I was like, I showed my parents, and I'm like, if I'm making this much money with 3 songs, imagine when I have 100 songs. And they understood, and they were like, all right, you keep doing your thing.
They saw the business
They
side of
saw
it.
it. They saw it.
Yeah. What is the monetization like for that? Is it the streams from
Yeah, it's like
the?
every stream on Spotify and Apple.
Mhm.
Those are the two main
Yeah.
drivers. Yeah.
Wow, that's unreal to get that like sort of, oh shit, this is working so quickly. I feel like a
Dude.
lot of people don't have that.
Well, I
Yours, it
know,
seemed like all the cards fell into place, and then it was like you were getting that positive feedback right away of like,
dude.
oh, we want this.
Well, I know you like The Alchemist. That's the whole, they talk about the principle of favorability, where like
Yeah.
when you're on the right path,
The universe
the universe,
conspires for you.
exactly. So I really do believe that when you're on the right path, you have a little bit of, you get some breadcrumbs like, hey, keep going this direction, keep following this. And I think that's just what I needed because like I said, I was in a very vulnerable position. wasn't super confident. Like,
Yeah,
I like the stuff I was doing, but it's hard when your success is kinda predicated on, like, other people liking it, you
for
know?
sure.
Like, yes, it's important
H
you have to like your thing, but other
how
people
do you
do.
navigate that as a musician, as an artist, right? It's like the balance between putting things out there that are working and have, like, a financial incentive for you to,
Mhm.
like, be better in your career and go next level, but also making shit that you really like.
Yeah, I think I really subscribe to, Rick Rubin's idea on this, which is just if you like it, that's the only metric that you should think about, because otherwise you're turning it into you're commercializing it, and it's more of a business and less creative. So I really try to just if I like the song, it's coming out.
Hell yeah.
Maybe I try to kinda marry the 2 ideas by say I make 10 songs and I like
Mhm,
all of them, but then I tease all 10 of them and one of them gets more love on TikTok.
mhm.
Yeah, I'll drop the one who got more love first, but
Yeah.
if a song that I didn't like blew up, I don't know. I mean, I like all the stuff I make, so
Yeah, yeah. No, it's a great silver star to have. Yeah, for sure. It's like, hey, if I like it, it's going out there.
yeah.
That is the creation. That's
And
the
I think
process.
I tell artists that ask me too when they ask for my opinion on stuff, I say it's good to get constructive criticism, but the most important metric is like, are you happy with what you're making?
Yeah.
Because I think too, when you're starting, it can be really easy to ask everybody for their opinion and their advice. Is this good? Is this good? The thing that I like to say and remind people is like, if I were to ask the kids that I went to high school with what
Yeah.
they thought of my music, they would have hated it.
Yeah.
They were into house, they were into rap. I'm making like pop, happy love song, vulnerable stuff. And if I would have judged my worth and the quality of my music based on their opinion of it, I would have thought I sucked. And so
Wouldn't.
it can get tricky going around and asking everybody for what they think of you because it doesn't really matter. You say you ask all your friends. That is the smallest percentile of the world that but it feels like your whole world. But if
Yes.
they don't like it, it doesn't actually matter. The people
Mm,
around you, people I think artists think that they need to get the approval of their friends and family first, but they're actually the people that might not be your biggest fans because they know you as you.
yeah.
You know, it's easier to get people to be big fans actually that are discovering you as an artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And going full circle there, it's kind of beautiful that that's the way you approached it. You went to TikTok right away.
Straight to
You put
the
it to the
randoms.
world. You put it to the algorithm. Let's see what the world thinks about this,
Yeah,
right? And I think our family and the people closest to us, they also want to protect us and keep us safe. So
absolutely.
if they have their own fear about maybe this not working out for you, maybe they're going to tell you a biased answer because they love you.
And they're trying to protect you.
Yeah,
And that's why I feel really grateful that my parents from the start were like, go for it. And then
man.
luckily, like we were saying, there was enough real world evidence quickly enough that it kind of confirmed, okay, this was the right decision. This was the right move.
Yeah. So going into Rick Rubin, I know we were talking about Stephen Pressfield a little earlier
Mhm.
too. What does your creative process look like?
Yeah, I try to just be super consistent. I think people think that you get inspiration and then you act, but really Stephen Pressfield turns it on his head and says, no, you act and then you get inspiration. And I know Rick talks about the same kind of thing, which is just, we can only control so many things. I can control when I show up. I can't control if I'm gonna make a banger today, but
Right.
I can always control, hey, did I sit down and did I try to write? And most times that I show up and try to write, I end up making stuff that I really like.
Mm,
And if I write every single day, then I look back on 30 days and then I have like 10 songs that I'm obsessed with, 10 songs that I'm like, these are really good. Maybe 10 that I'm like, these are cool, but they made me need a little bit of work. So
yeah.
I try to treat it as a job and show up and create because I think I was rewarded in the beginning by by doing that, like posting a snippet every day
Mm.
and just
So you were
testing the
doing that when
waters.
you started on TikTok.
That's what really started the moving the needle for me was just posting a little idea every day. And I think it's cool because you get a sense of progress and you're just sharpening your sword, sharpening your craft too.
Yep.
Whereas I think a lot of artists maybe just show up, oh, I wasn't inspired that day. I wasn't inspired. Like
Because inspiration comes and goes.
exactly.
I don't feel inspired every single day.
But it comes when you start, you know?
Yeah.
I think Stephen Pressfield talks about like imagine your toilet's clogged and you have the plumber come and the plumber shows up and he looks at it, he goes, just not really inspired to fix this today. It's like that's not how it works.
It's not what I'm paying you for.
Yeah. And so I think you could look at art the same way. Just show up and the inspiration will follow.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. Going off of that, what would you tell some young artists out there who are maybe struggling to find inspiration or
Mm,
are not showing up every day? Any advice or insights there?
that's good. I think another one is writer's block doesn't exist. It's just a product of overthinking and
Hmm.
putting too much weight on the final product and your expectation of what it needs to be. So like it's the joke of the artist showing up to the studio and like, we're making a hit today, let's go. You're putting way too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
If you need to make something incredible, that's why I like to write alone. To
Mm.
go back on the creative process, I don't like anyone else to be there because I don't have, I can be uncensored. I can just be fully myself. And so I would say to people that feel like maybe they're struggling to get inspiration or they have writer's block is just lower the bar a little bit and just see what comes out. Say, I'm just going to write one line. This
Mhm.
doesn't have to be a hit. This is just me having fun. I think making it more about having fun and less about like, I need to make a hit. You lower the bar, you lower the standard, and then you have a room for your true self to be expressed,
Yeah.
you know?
And then you're enjoying the process of actually writing.
Right.
You're just there to write.
It's not a means to some sort of end. It's just like, let
Yeah.
me just write just to have fun and enjoy creating this. And then yeah, I would say be very consistent,
Hmm.
lower the bar, and then don't ask everyone and their mom for their opinion on what you made.
Yeah. Just put it out there to the world.
Put it out. Let the world decide.
Yeah.
And maybe get the professional opinion on the mix or that kind of thing when you're first starting out.
Yeah.
But that's something even I realized. I had somebody else mix, or I got like a mix consult for
Yeah.
one of my first songs, and he sent it back, and I was kind of like, I like the way I make it better,
Wow.
and it
And
sounded.
did you go with your
I
version?
went with my version, yeah.
Wow.
I played both for my brother, and he was like, I think yeah, yours sounds better.
Yeah.
So trusting yourself too is another big one.
Yeah.
Trusting your taste.
Like and that comes back to like me liking it, right? If you like it, if you like your own art, put it out to the world.
If you like it, there's gonna be millions of other people that are gonna like it too.
Yeah. That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah, thanks.
And are you still making like the whole process of making the song, the beat, the production of it, is that
Mm.
still all you?
No, so yeah, the first 2 years was all me. I really liked the idea of like nobody touched the song. Like it was, I sat there in my garage, I recorded the guitar, I recorded everything, I mixed and mastered it, and that used to take me forever. Like I
Yeah.
remember getting the mix right. Summer and Cigarettes took me 27 final masters to get it done. So I thought it was done 27 times before it was actually done. I would go back and forth to the car, just like need to fix this and to make this better.
Yeah. And I know so many artists deal with that. One of my friends who's an artist and musician, the same way. It's like so many revisions until he feels like it's right and ready
Yeah.
to release to the world.
It's tricky because you can work on a song forever. Like
Yeah.
there's no one to tell you it's done. You know, you can always add another ad libber this year. But to answer your question on the process, so yeah, the first 2 years was all me doing everything. And then actually this is kind of a funny story how I started working with another producer. I found this random beat on YouTube. And I don't know why I was on YouTube looking for beats, but I found it. And it was called High on Life beat. And I was just freestyling. I pulled it up. I just felt called to open it up. I ended up writing a song that I was obsessed with. I ended up writing a song that I was obsessed with over it. And I didn't know what I wanted to do with it because I'd never worked with a producer before, and this wasn't my beat. And I was like, played it for my mom. She's like, just buy the beat. You should do it. But I was scared because I never had any song come out that wasn't all me.
Mm.
So I bought the beat. I followed the producer on Instagram. Then a week or two later, I'm at a concert. I hear Sammy, and I look, and I'm like, I don't really recognize this guy. I think maybe he's a fan. You know,
Really?
I go recognize at concerts because it's like a common, people have the same music taste.
Yeah.
I think it's a fan or something, and it's the producer. And
Whoa.
I'm like, oh, dude, shout out Ethan Hennessy. Like, dude, like, what are you doing here? And he actually was only in LA for like that week and randomly at the show. So after that happened, I'm like, all right, it's a sign.
Yeah.
And now we have like, I don't know, 20 songs together or something.
Damn. That
So
was the start of that
that was the
relationship.
start of that. And then I work with some other producers. Bamsey is another one. Those are the two main guys that I work with now. But it was scary at first to change what I've been doing, but then I realized my favorite part of this whole thing is writing songs. So it's fun to work with other producers who are better at that side than I am.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
how was that collaboration process? Was that a
Dude,
little difficult at first?
at first I think it was, but I keep the integrity of the way I make it. Like they'll just send me a beat
Yeah.
and then I can still be alone in my closet, like writing the song,
The
you know?
process hasn't changed for you.
Process hasn't really changed, which
Yeah.
maybe I'll mess around and do stuff in person with people just for the fun of it. But there's something very, very pure about just me and my thoughts, and I don't have to worry about anyone else and what they're thinking. I feel like I can be fully authentic when it's just me alone, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. There's no one watching, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. We change a little bit when people are watching.
Yeah, you censor yourself, you kind of
Yeah.
like, code switched and to be the person that you want them to see you as.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you're making most of your music in that closet.
Yeah, it started in the garage and then now in the current place I have the closet.
So that's a message to anyone watching this podcast right now. You can make music anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't need a fancy studio.
No, I think it's a studio's such a waste of money to spend your money and time on, you need to have the means of operation
Yeah.
more accessible because also with habits and stuff, if you only write when you're in the studio and you have to drive 20 minutes, you have to pay, it makes it a lot harder. You want to make the habits that you're going for frictionless.
Yeah. Barrier to entry is super low.
Yeah, I walk from my bedroom 2 steps and I'm
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah. I think Stephen Pressfield talks about that in one of his books
Makes it easy.
where I think he had like a room in his house where he had the same routine every day. It was like he'd have his coffee, then he'd go down, go to the room, and like that was it. Once he got into that room and into that chair,
Boom.
writing for
Yeah.
4 hours, no matter what.
4 hours is crazy. I got to
Yeah.
get on that level.
Maybe
That's
don't
awesome.
quote me on that, but I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
Where he would just lock in and it was like, you just write. That's it.
Non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable every single day.
Yeah.
And those are the repetitions, right?
Yeah. It's so powerful because it's what you can control. And that's the same reason I release so much music. Same reason I focus on interacting and talking with fans. Like all those things are in my control. I can't control a song going viral. I mean, I can control like the amount of TikToks I post,
Yeah.
but I can't control like things blowing up. But I can really say like the harder I work, the luckier I get.
Yeah.
The more shots you take, the more that are gonna go in, and that's just a mindset that I mean, it helps me stay sane. Like
Yeah.
when you set output goals instead of setting outcome goals. So it's like I could have my goal. Okay, I want to sell out Madison Square Garden, and that's a good goal. But what are the goals that I can set that I can actually control? Like Madison Square Garden is one that a lot of factors have to come together for. But
Yeah. And then it's like, what do you even do to get that? You're not really being specific on the actions.
you wake up on a Tuesday and you're like, all right, I want to sell out Madison Square Garden. What do I do today?
What do I do? Yeah.
So if you say like, okay, I'm gonna release a song every week or I'm gonna write every day, then at the end of the week you can be proud of the progress you've made.
Yeah. I love that. Do you have a certain amount of songs you look to release in a certain amount of time, or is it more the writing process itself?
I try to maintain at least every other week.
Yeah.
I've been on that cadence, I think, for the last like 2 or 3 years.
Wow. So every other week you're releasing a song.
Yeah, minimum. I
Wow.
try to stay on that. Recently, I've been picking up a little bit more just 'cause I have so much music in the tank right now,
Yeah.
and it's fun for me. I feel very fulfilled when a song comes out. It's
Yeah.
awesome to see people the way they respond and enjoy it. But yeah, I try to keep a cadence of at least every other week, and maybe every week if I'm feeling like going for it.
That's impressive, bro.
Thank you,
I
dude.
love that. Yeah, it's inspiring
Thank you.
because that's committing to the process, right? No matter what, I'm going to put out a song every other week.
Yeah.
And I'm sure not every week you feel inspired to get after it and create a song,
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean, dude, even this week, one of my goals was to finish the song that I needed to submit, and it's Wednesday now, and I still haven't started on what I needed to do. It's like
Yeah.
you still procrastinate on these things, but as long as you set the deadline and get it done, I think that's what's important.
yeah. Do you have any tools to help with procrastination?
Ooh, I love the idea of just start and make it easy. Say, okay, I'm not gonna. You trick yourself a little bit. You say, I don't have to finish the song right now, but let me just sit down and work on it for 5 minutes, and then, dude, most of the time you get in the flow,
Flow state.
you enjoy it. I'm like, I'm just gonna fix this one vocal. And you fix the one vocal, you're like, okay, that was satisfying, and you get in the rhythm. So I think tricking yourself and saying, I'm just gonna sit down for a second and get started, is a big help.
Yeah. The hardest part is always starting.
You need to get that activation energy going, and then you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it like? So when you first starting, you're getting a little traction. Now you have a lot of traction, right? You got a
Mm.
following. What is that transition like in terms of like personally, right? Being more well known in the world as a musician and artist.
Yeah. I think it's really cool. I think for me, it's I'm trying to learn to kind of separate my artist identity with my real life identity,
Mm.
because it's hard to not let your self-worth be dictated by the fluctuations in the numbers. I mean, it's easy when the numbers are just going up.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm the man, everything's great, I'm viral, everyone loves me. You're like, okay, this is cool. My self-worth and my numbers can be intertwined.
Yeah.
Then they dip, and then you're like, maybe I shouldn't place all of my value in what
Yeah.
others they're thinking of me right now. And so I'm really trying to get better at separating those two things and like realizing Sammy the artist and Sammy the person are two different entities,
Mm.
which is hard for me particularly though, because I think I'm so authentic with who I am with my fans and on stage and with the music and the things I'm saying and talking about. Like there's no line of demarcation between the two.
Yeah.
It's not like I have this persona that I put on. I put on my linen shirt and then I become Sammy Rash. Like I'm
You
just the
are
same.
Sammy Rash.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
it's hard to kind of distinguish those identities when there's really no difference between them. But I think just remembering who I am intrinsically independent of the fluctuations in the numbers is something that I'm working on now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. I think it's everyone deals with that to a degree. And I think it comes back to self-love, right?
Yeah.
It's like no matter the external, do I still love myself? And even going back to like the process, am I proud of the things that I'm doing, right? And the work that I'm
Right.
doing.
Exactly.
Did I like the song? Am I proud of the process?
Yeah.
Did I take all the steps that I wanted to take?
Absolutely. Because yeah, if even if the song doesn't do super well, it's like, am I proud of it? And is that if you're proud of a song that doesn't do well, is that better than being not proud of a song that blew up?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's hard though. We're all human. We
Yeah.
want people to love us.
I validate me, please.
Yeah, we want our things to do well.
Yeah.
I catch myself refreshing that Instagram. How many
Dude,
likes I got? How many comments? How many
I
shares?
know it's addicting.
It
It's
is.
addicting.
It is. But it's a practice for me to come back to, okay, that's not my self-worth, you know, remembering I'm proud of what I created. It was a great podcast. It was a great clip.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. That's what matters.
Yeah,
And if it
exactly.
does well, great. And people resonate with it, great.
Yeah, all you can do is keep showing up
Yeah.
and not let those fluctuations get to you.
Yeah.
Because I also think about you know that meme of there's the guy, he's in the cave with the pickaxe and he's like gone all the way down to this cave and the diamonds are like right on the other side and he just goes, no use in trying anymore. I'm gonna go home. It's like, what if the next post, what if the next song, what if
Oh,
the next thing you did was what was gonna change everything?
that's
But
crazy. But you
you turned
stopped.
around.
Yeah, bro.
That haunts me, so
Yeah.
I can't stop.
That's interesting because that's like one of my biggest fears is leaving this life having regret or feeling like I didn't do all the things I could have done.
Totally.
So I use that as drive and inspiration.
I got a song like that. It's called No
Yeah.
Regrets.
Let's go.
So I'm on the same wave. I constantly try to think of, okay, if I was on my deathbed right now, looking back at like 23-year-old me, what would I wish that I did differently? Am I living in alignment with everything I'm going for?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
I do that too with decisions. Like if I was to die tomorrow, would I say yes or no to this?
And how's that been for you?
Oh, it's been great, dude.
Yeah?
It gives you a lot of clarity in the moment because you're like, yeah, if I was to die tomorrow, I would want to say yes to this. Even though I'm a little tired, this would be something I'd want to do.
That's
They're
good.
like, no, I really need this time to myself right now to meditate and drop in.
Mm-hmm. But then sometimes you have to balance the delayed gratification kind
Yeah.
of stuff. And like, if I was going to die tomorrow, would I really be going as hard on this workout?
True.
Like, would I really be going as hard on posting these TikToks? Like,
yeah.
well, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'd spend that much time posting TikToks if I was going to die tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's definitely a balance with it.
But that's why I like the perspective looking back from when you're 80 and
Yeah.
being like, okay, what am I making 80-year-old? I want to make my 80-year-old self proud and my 8-year-old self proud.
Yeah. That's a good one too. I've heard that before. I like that a lot. So let's talk about the journey of performing. When was the first performance, first show?
Yeah.
How did that
dude.
come to fruition?
Well, like I was saying, I never sung in front of anybody before except for my brother and then the internet. And the first time I played a show was in front of 600 people and nobody had heard me sing in person except my brother pretty much.
That's fucking
Dude, I'd sung on TikTok live for like 2 people. Luckily it was my friends the astronomers, I have a collab with them and so they had me out They're opening for an artist named Bryce Vine.
Mhm.
And so they flew me out. They didn't fly me out. They invited me out to Wisconsin to play a show with them. I was gonna do the collab with them, and then I was gonna do one
Yes.
of my own songs. And I'd never done a show before in my life, but I'm a huge Bryce Vine fan, so I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I'd love to open for him. It'd be awesome. And part of me had I was terrified. I was super
I was
scared.
gonna say, what were you feeling in that moment?
Dude, I was backstage. The tour manager, Jack, was gonna give me the microphone. I remember just looking and being like, I've never done this before. I don't know how this goes. I will say, I felt a little bit better about the fact that it was 600 people, all strangers.
Yeah.
The fact that I didn't know a soul there made me feel better, which I know some people, like, they prefer to be their family and friends and loved ones. Nah,
Yeah.
I wanted it to be NPC, people that I just did not actually know. There's 600 people in Wisconsin. I did not know them. So I thought,
couldn't have
okay,
been a better place.
yeah,
too.
dude, perfect layup for a first one. And it actually ended up being perfect. Went out there. The second lyric I said, I've been rejected, thought my life was over. I love my best friend, but I never told her. And when I said that I love my best friend, but I never told her, they like went nuts.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I'd had that
Was
in
that
person.
was that true? Did you love your best friend? You never told her?
If you're watching this, it's time that I confess.
It's all
you know,
coming
you
out.
know who you are. DM me.
Sorry,
No,
continue.
yeah, no, but so they freaked out when I said that
Right.
line, and that was the first time I'd seen in-person reaction to like something that I created. And that was when I was so terrified to feel that in-person reaction, but I didn't realize the upside of that, which is,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, like, it's so validating to hear something that you've written and people scream and they enjoy it. Like, that was cool. I just seen comments and likes, so that was life-changing.
That was your first time having that in person. Oh wow,
In-person
people in
feedback.
person are loving this.
Yeah, and it's so funny sometimes, like, you know, you limit yourself because you think that there's such a big downside, but you underestimate the upside of it. So I was so scared of what the downside was. People are gonna think I suck. People aren't gonna like me. It's gonna affect how I see myself. Not realizing that actually doing that scary thing is gonna make me like myself more because it's gonna show me that people really do enjoy the music in person. And so I thought it was it was like a little safety blanket. I thought it was a protective thing, but it actually was holding me back from a completely new perspective. And then after that show, I realized, like, no, that's my favorite thing in the world.
Mm.
Girls were yelling their dorm room numbers from the crowd. Like, that didn't hurt.
Yeah.
I got
Nice
off.
plus.
Yeah, nice plus. I got off stage. And I was like, wow, okay, I've never felt this sense of fulfillment and joy ever
Yeah.
before. So
I can't even imagine what was going through your body and your mind at that moment, coming off the stage after your first performance.
dude, I can't watch videos of it though. I'm like, what was going through my body was the inability to properly move.
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier. You were saying the body language and
Yeah, it's weird because when you're in it, you don't feel like you're doing anything weird or wrong. But then I'm looking back 3-4 years later now at videos, and I'm like, I was clearly very nervous, very closed off. And then I compare it to a video that I watch of me from like the most recent show, and I'm like, okay, I can see the difference. But then I think, am I gonna look back in 3 years at these videos and think the same thing?
probably, but that's actually a good thing, right? That's showing you the evolution and the growth.
Right.
I always look back at myself, and there's always a little bit of that cringe, right? When I first started creating content or whatever it is, but I think I always want to have that, right?
Yeah.
I think like 10 years from now, when I look back to this moment, I want to be like, oh, I wasn't, I
Yeah.
wasn't that good back then because I got a lot better throughout the journey.
Yeah. If you're not cringing at it, you're not growing.
You're not growing, right?
Totally.
Wouldn't it be weird if it was like you were already where you wanted to be?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the whole part of the journey. But that's why it's cool when they talk about, like, ask yourself what advice you would give to you 5 years ago. And then chances are that's the same advice that you need now,
Yeah,
you know?
that's facts. I actually end every show. I'll ask it to you right now. I ask my guests, what would you tell the younger version of yourself in this moment right now?
Because, I'm very happy with the way things played out. So I don't
wow.
want to accidentally Back to the Future change things. But I think I would tell, 10, 12-year-old me, just keep up the creativity, keep up the guitar playing. Then I would tell high school me that not fitting in is actually a good thing. It's not a handicap, it's a superpower. And feeling like you're different, you think it's holding you back now, but it's actually the thing that's going to give you the confidence to go after things that nobody else is going after. You don't want to live the same life as all these people. Why do you want their approval? you want to be exceptional, you have to be the exception, all these things. I would just let myself know that the fact that you feel different is a good thing. And
Yeah.
you shouldn't feel like that's a handicap.
That's beautiful, bro. We were
Thank
talking
you.
about that earlier. I think that's such a big one with younger kids, right? There's like, you want to conform to the group, you want to be loved, you want to be accepted. But a lot of times, the kids who are different, when they get older, they realize that being different is a superpower, right?
Yeah.
That's what makes you, as you said, exceptional. You're different.
Yeah.
You have certain abilities that other people don't have.
Yeah.
Or
And
you want to chase things that other people aren't willing to chase because they're too scared to do it.
100%. And I was terrified too, as you heard. Like I think if it wasn't for the pandemic, if I had to release a song and then go to school the next day, I don't know if I could have done that. And so that's why I think my message, I really want to inspire other people to go after what they want in spite of the fear of other people's opinions, because I needed the pandemic and the safety of that to do what I wanted to go after it.
Yep.
But if other people don't have that, which, hopefully hopefully no one else has to deal with that,
Yeah.
then maybe I can be that voice and the reminder, like, hey, you can do the thing. Even if you have to drop the song, go to school on Monday and people are making fun of you, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That ecosystem of your high school or your college or your middle school is so small in the grand
So
scheme of the
small.
world, but it feels so big.
Yeah. And it's
Just-
all bullshit.
Yeah.
Once you get older, trust me.
You
none
realize,
of it, none
right?
of it matters.
And then I have the kids that I grew up with, like, asking me questions now, and I'm like, wow,
Wow.
this was the kid that I put on the pedestal when I was younger.
Yeah.
And
And now they
so-
look up to you
Yeah, and it just
because
shows,
you're chasing your dreams and you're living in alignment.
but it shows you no one has it figured out.
No one.
No one doing anything cool has something that you don't, except for the gumption to send it and go
Yeah.
after it.
And we're all human. We all deal with the same things. We all
Yeah,
have
dude.
worries. We all have fears. We all have insecurities.
But you don't see that. The thing, you don't see other people's fears and worries and insecurities. You only
Right.
see your own.
Yeah.
So it's tricky because you can believe that other people have it all figured out when you're only presented with a small portion of what they want to show to you. And social media obviously exacerbates that.
Yeah.
So you just see a little bit of somebody and you think, well, they must be perfect. They must be
Yeah.
this. But no, and I hope me talking about how much self-doubt I had at the beginning
Yeah.
can help other people who have that kind of doubt and hesitation and going after their thing.
This brings me to my next question, which I think is a really important one. Do you still deal with self-doubt as an artist, as a
Yeah.
musician?
Totally, dude. It's hard. Like I was saying before, when your success depends on what other people think of you. Like you can't just be like, who cares what they think? No, I need you to listen. Like,
Yeah, there's an incentive for people to listen.
Yeah.
That directly impacts you.
yeah. So it's still hard to not, and that's why I talk about not conflating the numbers with self-worth and just kind of trying to separate those things. But I definitely do still deal with it. I think what always helps me is kind of slapping myself in the face and looking at what I've done and being like, dude, look at how far you've come.
Mhm.
Imagine this from your younger self, because it's so easy to get on the treadmill of more and more next. 'Cause when I started, the goal was to make a song. That was the first goal. To make something that sounded like a real song. And then at some point it changed to, I want this to be my career. And then at some point it changed to, I want to sell out arenas all around the world. But I don't know when
Wow.
when that changed.
Let's put that in perspective. That's crazy. From the first of wanting to complete a song to selling out arenas around the world.
Yeah.
And how many years has it been?
5 since my first release.
That's not a long period of time.
Yeah. No, it's a good point, but it's weird because I don't know when
Probably feels like a long period of time.
it feels like it for sure,
Yeah.
because there's been a lot of change and growth and evolution. I don't know when the goalpost moved.
Yeah.
And so I think with the self-doubt thing, it's important for me to wake up sometimes and go, you have already done the thing that you were aiming to do.
Yeah.
Let that give you confidence going forward and soak it in a little bit.
Like appreciate it and then also know that you can do more. You've already proven to yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, I have that evidence.
Yeah.
But we were talking about earlier too how we talk about this idea of the equation of inadequacy. So if you have a feeling of inadequacy or insecurity, you look for things to confirm that, and then you throw in the built-in negativity bias the brain has on top of that, and so you get 100 positive comments, and the one negative one is like, see, I told you I suck.
Uh-huh.
It's proof. It's like, dude, look at the ratio here,
Yeah.
but your brain just amplifies that negative. So I think it can be tricky, but I try to just be intentional about zeroing in on the love and support and the positivity and just the stories from the fans, the things people have said when the lyrics are tattooed, and that
That's
stuff's
fucking
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, dude.
That's cool.
It's really cool to see that stuff.
That's awesome, bro. How do you deal with the negativity online? I feel now, even as my social media is growing with the podcast and all these things, like I've started to get some, mostly all very positive, which I'm so grateful for. But you see those negative comments, right?
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
I think just trying to, one, usually click on their profile. Click on their
It's a good first action
it's a
step.
good first step. Click on the profile and ask yourself, is this somebody whose opinion I respect, admire? Is this somebody who's living in alignment with their goals? Is this somebody who I would want to switch lives with? Usually the answer is no. Usually it's a no profile picture, -6 followers, like,
Yeah.
so that's one. But I think hate only hurts when you think there's like some truth in it,
Mm,
and so if
yes.
someone says something that you were already, or it pokes a wound that was already kind of sensitive,
That's when it becomes a trigger.
that's when it hurts. So if it doesn't trigger you, like they talk about, if I was like, Drew, like your pink hair is just pissing me off. I hate it. It's the ugliest thing. You're gonna be like, it doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
Or if I were to like curse at you in a foreign language, it's not gonna affect you.
Mm.
And so if someone commented something that I realize isn't true, then it doesn't affect you. It only affects you when you actually internalize it. So like if I get hate on a big song of mine and it's a viral video and someone's like, this song sucks. I'm like, this video has 1 million views. This song has 20 million streams. I know this song doesn't suck.
Yeah.
Your interpretation of it sucks,
Mm.
which is fine. But so it's easier when there already is that real world proof. But if it's a song that I'm like not sure about, I'm still testing the waters, and someone's like, the hate that hurts the most is when
Yeah.
it's from a fan. If
Ah,
a fan's like, usually love this one's not it though.
that one hurts,
That's the
bro.
worst
That one
one.
hurts.
Because you've given their opinion so much weight in the past with the
Yeah.
praise. You've yeah, you've told yourself, this person's opinion means a lot to me because they tell you how great you are all the time.
Yeah.
So you can't just invalidate their opinion when it's a negative thing, which is why they say, if you live by the cheers, you die by the booze. It
Yeah.
comes back to just being grounded in yourself.
Did you like the art, right?
Say it again. Do
Did
you like
you
it?
like the art? Going back to that.
It all comes back to that.
All comes back to that. Are you proud of that?
Yeah.
You proud of the output?
And if you were hesitant, because imagine if there's a song that, like, say you're with a team or a label or all your friends and family, and they're all like, this is a hit. And you're like,
Yeah.
I don't really know. And you post it, and then everyone's like, this one's not it. You're going to be like, I told you.
Yeah.
But if you go with what you enjoy and other people don't like it, it still hurts.
Yeah.
But I think realizing, again, it's you don't fear what they think, you fear what they think is going to make you think of you.
Yeah.
So if you're grounded and solid within, and you're living up to your own internal scorecard, then other people's perceptions aren't going to be as what's the word?
Not gonna hold as much weight.
They're not going to hold as much weight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you're proud of it. You believe in it.
totally.
Yeah. I had that recently with a dude comment on one of the podcast clips. Like,
What happened?
I think he said like two pseudo spiritual bullshit guys trying to make money on a podcast who are full of shit or something like that, or who are making money on a podcast. I just thought to myself, like, first of all, I'm losing money on this podcast. I don't make any money on it. And I was like, listen, I know who I am, and I know my spirituality and my connection to God, and I did have compassion for this
That's
person in the
okay.
moment, because I was like, imagine what you gotta be going through internally to just like see a random clip like that, get so triggered by it, say something about two other people that you don't even know. Like, I can never in a million years picture myself doing that.
Right.
So I didn't answer. I don't answer any of those comments. I just internalized it. I was like, I got compassion for you, bro. And that was it.
Yeah, because realizing that it's a much more reflective of his state than it is of you doing anything wrong.
Correct. But I had that initial moment of like, I don't even make money on this. Like,
You're defensive.
yeah,
Immediate.
defend.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what am I doing here? I
Dude.
know who I am. I don't need to defend anything.
Yeah, I have the same thing. Someone will comment, what are these AI generated lyrics? And I'm like, this song came out before ChatGPT even came out. Like,
I wrote it in my closet.
yeah. Or industry plant. Like, dude, in my car, then my garage, then my closet.
Oh, you get that one, industry
Every
plant?
once in a while, people
Yeah.
will throw that, which is it's a compliment. It's a compliment
Yeah.
because it means again, it means you're reaching new people. That
Yeah.
guy commenting means you're hitting a new audience.
Hitting a new
It's another
audience.
refrain that's helpful, I think.
Yeah, that's a good one, bro. That's a good one. So, what is your relationship like with your fans? How do you like to engage with them? I know that's something that's near and dear to your heart, as we discussed earlier.
Yeah, I try to just make it as intimate as possible. I try to treat it like a normal relationship. You get closer with people that you see more often, you
Mhm.
interact with more often. I feel so grateful for every fan, and I know every artist says this, but seriously, like it's mind blowing to me that everyone who listens has just completely changed my life, and
Mm.
it's cool that I have the power to change theirs as well. Like I make a song that is unique to me and something that I've gone through, and then somebody tells me, "Oh, you're writing about my life. Like this is my literal journal entry." And so it actually helps me feel less alone hearing that they're going through the same thing. It makes them feel less alone hearing that I'm going through the same thing. And so I think that's really special.
Mm. I think that's one of the most beautiful parts about music, the
Mhm.
resonance, right?
Right.
When you can resonate with the lyrics on such a deep level like that, or it
Yeah.
touches you in such a way. And
Mhm.
it's so cool that you're actually fucking creating that as an artist and a musician.
Dude,
You're creating that resonance based off of your own experience.
that's what's so crazy is like I'm not sitting down being like, "All right, what is in Kylie's journal? I'm gonna write a song about that." Like
Right.
I'm genuinely writing what's true to me,
Yeah.
but because every human is going through such similar things in just different fonts, like
Mhm.
it ends up connecting with people, which I think is another advice that I would give is realize that anything that's unique to you is not actually unique to you, and other people are gonna be able to relate to it.
Yeah.
But with the fan stuff, I try to talk with them as much as I can because the same thing like I was saying before with how them relating actually helps me.
Yeah.
Me talking with them, yeah, I respond to a comment and someone goes, "This made my entire year." That makes my year too.
Yeah.
Like it's almost we'll talk about, "Oh, you're so selfless and cares with your fans." I'm not. I genuinely enjoy it. Like I go on
Mm.
live and I talk with fans. I love it. After the shows, I'll hang out 3 hours and talk, meet every hand,
Mm.
meet every fan, shake every hand, kiss every baby.
You're meeting hands too.
I'm meeting hands.
Your hands
I'm
meeting the hand.
exactly where our hands are meeting like this.
Yeah.
But I love it. It's fun
Yeah.
for me. Like when I finish the show, it's like I feel something's missing if I don't go and actually get to meet the people that are listening because it's cool to me to know like who is it that's enjoying my music? Who is listening? How is it affecting them? Because otherwise I'm in an echo chamber where I just see numbers. So after the shows, when I talk to people and hear like this song helped me so much with this, or I got this thankful and grateful tattoo,
Mm.
and can you write smile more on my arm? I'm gonna get a tattoo tomorrow. I live for that. I love that
Yeah.
stuff.
That's so cool, man, to be able to share that experience with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So grateful.
Yeah.
Thankful and grateful.
Yeah, man. And I feel like you really do embody that in real life as we were, chilling today and hanging out and I was documenting your day, like seeing you just like give high fives to people on the run and say what's up to every person. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like you really embody that.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was saying with there's no delineation between the two me's. I feel that I'm the same online and through the music as I am in real life because
Yeah.
genuinely I think that that's what I'm here to do. I think I'm here to spread positivity and be an inspiration. And why have that stop at the music?
Yeah.
I feel so blessed to be able to live this life that I know the power of a compliment or the power of saying hi to somebody. And not everybody is going to respond positively. Like we were talking about this morning. Sometimes people will look at you like you're crazy when you say good morning to them, but realize that that's a reflection of them. I had a story. I think this is a good one. One time I was walking on the beach and I saw this girl and she was beautiful
Mm.
and she smiled and then she walked by and then I was like, okay, I can't just let her walk by like that. I caught up with her and we started talking a little bit and she said she couldn't give me her number or she couldn't give me her Instagram because she forgot it. And I was
Mm.
like, all right, she hates me. She definitely hates me. Like,
Forgot her
for who
Instagram.
for what girl forgets their Instagram? And then she said some other stuff too. I forget exactly, but I went home and I told my brother and my dad, and they were like, "Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, right." She did end up giving me her number though.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, maybe there's something. Texted a little bit, then I ended up forgetting about it. Cross paths maybe a year later, and you know, I never actually tried to pursue anything because I thought she didn't really like me.
Mm.
Then a year later, she's like, "By the way, like, you really helped me that day." I was like, "Helped you? How did I help you?" She said, "The reason I was walking on the beach was because I just got in a fight with my ex-boyfriend. He kicked me out of the car. He was abusive. I was debating whether or not to stay with him. I decided not to because you showed me that there's other good quality guys out there that like want me."
Wow.
Meanwhile, I'm here thinking I'm inadequate. I'm here thinking she doesn't like me,
Yeah.
and that she forgot her Instagram because no, she forgot her Instagram. She didn't want me to see the photos of her and this guy or whatever.
Wow.
Crazy, but the
So
way,
many levels to that story. Your perception of it, what was
yes,
really happening.
yeah. So someone not smiling back to you on your morning run,
You never know what they're going
you
through.
never know what they're going through.
Wow.
Yeah,
So always showing that positivity no matter what.
because you never know how it can positively impact people too. It's a ripple.
Yeah.
You know, you smile, you say good morning to somebody, you tell them you like their shoes, whatever it is, and I've had times where I've done that, and I can actually hear them compliment somebody else while I'm still in earshot. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, we're spreading the wave.
Yeah. Even on the run this morning, the energy, that one older couple, like we were getting playful with them. You felt like their energy elevate.
Yeah, what did they say? They were like, we're so old or
Yeah, we want to be
something.
young like you.
Yeah, but I was like, I want to look like you guys when I'm your age.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels good.
It does, man. I feel like I'm really good at that compared to the normal
You
person.
for sure are.
But honestly, I'm like I feel inspired now to go even harder.
Ah,
Like I can always do more.
yeah.
Can always spread more
It makes
positivity.
it more fun. It makes it more fun for you. Like when you give a high five, it's so cool the way you both feel a little jolt of energy. You get a little boost. Or when I say morning to somebody, the same way that when I respond to fans, it makes them feel good, but it makes me feel good too. Just there's like a meditation they talk about where you imagine somebody you love getting everything they want, and
Yeah,
like that it's funny how that actually makes you feel better.
yeah.
Like you don't even think about yourself. You think about somebody else in a great state and it elevates your own state. So
Yes, bro.
it's awesome.
Yeah. And energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but energy is contagious. When
Totally.
you're around positivity, you want to be more positive. When you're around negativity, you feel more negative.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing I've tried to work on too is not feeling any guilt about being happy.
Yeah.
Because I think in the past, I feel so lucky and blessed to be in this position that part of me is like, should I be like this positive? Like, is this almost like rude to people who are going through a hard time? But I had to
Yeah.
have the mental shift that it's like, no, you shouldn't dim your light or feel any guilt for the blessings that you have because that's actually inspiring to other people.
Yeah.
Other people need to see that happiness. Your happiness is almost permission for
For other
them.
people to be happy.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's been a big shift for me, I think.
That's awesome, bro. It's like the light overcoming the dark there. Instead of
Yeah.
going, do I need to be more negative and dim myself? No, I need to be more positive and have people come
Absolutely.
up to that.
Yeah,
I like that. Were you always like that? Was that always part of Sammy's DNA, or
No,
is this
dude.
a practice that has been
Nah.
cultivated?
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. I really didn't enjoy like school very much, which I
Yeah.
think like most people. And I didn't know much about mindset and
Quick
about
quick bar, you should. My buddy Spencer just dropped a documentary on the school system called Death of Recess. We're gonna
ooh,
give him a little plug here. We're
yeah.
having him on the podcast soon. Incredible documentary on a lot of the issues with the current school system. I
Mm,
feel like you would resonate with it
it's out now?
as an artist and musician. Yes, on Angel streaming platform.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy school very much. I wasn't super positive like this. I think what shifted is when I started realizing that I forget the quote. It's like the mirror only smiles when you smile.
Mm,
I think a lot of times you wait for permission and you wait for things to go your way to feel good. And then I kind of started realizing that you're allowed to feel good before and in anticipation of things.
yeah.
And I think when I started having success with music, it really just changed my whole paradigm and view of the world because it showed me nobody else knows what's going on. Nobody has it figured out. The people that you're looking up to are now looking up to you. Wait a second. Okay. Let me just choose. I want to be a happy person.
Mm,
Let me choose to see the positive in things. Let me choose to see the bright side. I realize how much of your perception of the world is in your control.
yeah. It
And
really is a choice.
yeah,
Yeah. It's a mindset, what your mind is set on. You can choose to be happy.
yeah. And
You can choose to feel grateful.
totally. And you have to override your natural tendency to focus on the negative because it's not only you have the natural negativity bias that we're programmed with plus
To help us survive.
to help us survive,
Yeah.
plus the influence of people around you that are also running on that program, and and negativity is the most contagious thing ever,
Yeah.
but positivity is contagious too. So you have to override that, and that's why the morning routine is so important too,
Yeah.
because there's only so much thinking you can do. You also have to kind of hack the biology a little bit and
Yeah.
get moving. And so yeah, I haven't always been like this. I think having a lot of gratitude for being in this position and realizing how lucky I am, but then also obviously things don't always go perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And in those times, trying to ask yourself, what's the lesson I can get from this?
Mm.
Just zooming out and realizing how crazy it is to be here right now,
Be
to
alive.
be alive.
To
And
be experiencing this.
dude, I think it's so easy to get caught up in all the day to day motion of life. You forget to zoom out and go, whoa, like this is insane. And I think this career has afforded me the ability to spend a lot of time thinking.
Mm.
And because I've been out of the school system, out of a normal job system, I've had a lot of time to just reflect on the world and life. And it's just made me, the more I reflect, the more awe I have. And I'm just so grateful to be here.
Mm. Gratitude, man.
Yeah,
Such a powerful frequency. There's
totally.
always things to be grateful for.
Always. And you just have to look for them.
Yeah.
There's at least 1 billion people right now that would consider all their prayers answered to switch lives with you.
Yes.
And I love that quote
Yeah. At all times.
at all
At
times.
all times.
So the little thing that you're pissed off about, zoom out and realize that people would love to be pissed off about that little thing you are, you know? Chelsea Cutler has a song called Someone Else's Heaven. She says, your hell is someone else's heaven. And I love that song.
Oh, it's so good. Such a good perspective switch.
Yeah.
So speaking of the morning routine and movement, I know running and lifting is a big part of your life now. Is that always in the cards for Sammy, or?
I think when I was in 7th grade and I saw that the guys that were getting the girls had abs, I go
That's
on,
how it starts for a lot of people. That or sports, one or the two.
yeah, I go on YouTube and I'm like, how to get abs in 3 minutes.
Is there a pill to take for
Yeah,
this?
you're doing all the research.
Yeah.
I think that was the initial motivation.
Yeah.
And then I showed up. I remember one summer, the next year, then I showed up with abs and I got more attention. And I was like, this works.
Yeah.
That got me into it initially, but then it
That's how it
became,
starts for so many people,
yeah,
which makes sense.
just you want that approval, that
Yeah,
validation.
of course.
But I'm grateful for that because I was a little bit chubby when I was younger, like 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade. Nothing crazy, but enough
Yeah.
to get bullied for it.
Yeah.
Enough the friends would call me chubby buddy, and like that doesn't feel good.
Of course.
And so, but again, with the gratitude, I'm very grateful for that because it got me into health and fitness. That was what opened the door. And then now it's one where it's just like, it's nice to look good, yeah, but it's amazing to feel good.
Yeah.
And I know people that didn't have that, maybe they were naturally skinny growing up or whatever, and then they didn't get into health and fitness, but now they don't really take care of themselves. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that.
Yeah. And you'll see it more and more as you get closer to your 30s, bro, for
That's what I
sure.
hear.
The people who stop training and stop living that lifestyle, it shows
evident.
it shows quick. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's awesome, man. It's such a powerful way to live.
Yeah.
I can't see myself ever going back to a lifestyle where that's not a huge priority.
Once you switch, it becomes a habit. The same way negative habits form, positive habits form too, and it's hard to break them.
Yeah, it is. Any habit. Yes, for sure. All right, so I wanna end this beautiful conversation with, I already asked you, what would you tell the younger version of yourself in this moment? What would you tell the younger artist, anyone listening to this podcast right now? What would be some insights, some advice as someone who is still very young, but who's had a lot of success and followed their dreams and, is a musician now?
Yeah, I think a lot of what I already said, but I'll reiterate it, which is create every single day. Don't put too much weight on other people's opinions, especially early on. Consistency with posting, consistency in the face of a lack of results is a big one. A lot of people quit when they don't see results, but I think about the pickaxe. Think about the guy with the diamonds are right there and he decides to go home. One more hit, one more thing. And I think just overall realizing that you can do it. Just I think it's good to have somebody to just tell you you can do this. There's nothing stopping you. If you have the discipline and you treat it like a job, it will become one. I'm trying to think of anything else.
I really like the you can do it. It's just that belief, coming back to that, believing you can.
Yeah.
Believing you're
man
good enough.
Totally. The man who thinks he can and the man who thinks he can't, you're both right.
Mm-hmm.
Not being deterred by other people's opinions of what you're doing, because other people's perspective on what you're doing feels so big in the moment, but the only person's perspective really matters in the end is your own.
Mm.
So if you feel a calling to do something, I believe that it's there for a reason. Go after it. Don't hold back. Be consistent.
Beautiful, bro. Thank you so much for
All
sharing
right.
your wisdom and coming on the show today.
Dude, this was a blast. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we'll run it back.
For sure. We got a part 2.
Let's go.
You're the man.
You're the man. Thank you, bro.